Welcome everybody to another sub sim. Today, I don't know if you guys can hear the snoring, but it's definitely there. Don't know if you guys are prepared to see my pants, but we got Doggo with the cone of the shame. It's okay, little buddy. So he's going to be on my lap today throughout the sim. So if anything strange happens, it's the dog. We blaming dog. And I can't stand up, so I have to reach stuff that usually I'd stand up to go and grab. Forgot to grab my iPad. I kind of need that. I know Doggo has cone of the shame. It's so sad. But it's okay. It's not as bad as it could be. But cone of shame is never fun. Alright, I think this is pretty much charged, so we should just be good to go. Speaking of good to go, yes, that is a very cute dog. His name is Obi, for Obi-Wan of the Kenobi. Alright, switch that. And today we're starting off with one of our eliminated teams, where Mike Rayball will be playing the Commanders. Imagine if every single game this week is an upset. Like, that would actually be kind of wild. Drew Sanders has been crazy this season. Well, let's hop in here for our Thursday night not prime time, but Thursday night game. Commanders start off hot, up 7. Commanders need to start winning some games. They are 2 games under 500, and usually you don't make playoffs if you're under 500. So only up 7 here, make that 14. Make that more, as the Commanders with a decisive win over the Titans in a game where we saw that coming. All right. Next game was almost a primetime game. I really thought about it. Jaguars versus Pittsburgh. It's just they're not really named teams like the Eagles and Cardinals could potentially be. So we got the Steelers hosting this one. And personally, my money's on the Steelers. I want to put my money on the Jaguars, but actually, I kind of be okay with the Steelers losing this game, because then that helps me clinch at least a spot. Anyway, here we go. Steelers up 10-3. I also am eating pizza because I just got home. Ooh! Big fourth quarter for both these teams. And this should have been prime time. And a little bit of a weave-in for 82 as he's going to get out to the 24. Tyreek Hill, 100 yards on his head. Not on his head, but for him today. And the screen pass to 35 goes pretty much nowhere. It's okay, buddy. Quinn with the throw to 35 back to the line of scrimmage again. Joe Mixon. As he looks hurt. Quinn 3rd and 10. The throw. Caught and dropped. What a pop out. Number 5 with a great little deflection there as the Steelers forced to punt the ball to the Jaguars. Ball is caught and gotten out to the 35. Fields will get a shot. Fields the throw and the breakup. What a defensive effort. 8-4 versus 7-5. And Fields gonna get decked. Not a great execution there. And now they're gonna run it. And the Steelers gonna want the ball back. Quick little turnover. And Tyreek gonna be taken down. Steelers slowly winning that field position game. We'll start off at the 28. I'm going okay, Star-Lord. Mixon gains 8. And the miscommunication to Tyreek Hill. Might want to consider tossing Tyreek Hill. Ewers, the throw picked off, but incomplete as they're going to now punt. Yes, I am eating. For the first time today. And we're headed to OT. Steelers will win the toss. Can we have somebody do something? There's the kick and the knee. Axel, there's my one meal for today. It was a nice 6-inch pizza. Hand off to Mixon. Gonna pick up about 4. As he's been contained today. And Quinn, the throw incomplete. 3rd and 6 coming up next. I did eat it with a fork because I don't want to go wash my hands or get my controller. Here's the fade to Tyreek Hill, and it worked. Pick up to the 38. More like case no. And there's another little check down. Quinn Ewers getting the play in. Darnell Mooney on that catch. Quinn, free blitzer as Walker brings him down. I want to say Jabari Walker, but I don't think that's his name. What a play to take the Steelers out of field goal position. Quinn, screen pass incomplete. Trayvon Walker. It is Trayvon. 4th and 14. Steelers bring out Queso at the punter. And that will be out the back of the end zone as the Jaguars will now get an opportunity. And honestly, I bet that both these teams just tie because they cannot score to save their lives. Horrible snap. Going to be handed off to Trevor. He's going to pick up a couple. He has 90 yards on the day. Been pretty efficient. It was Jay Walker. Never mind. It's okay. I don't know who that was. He has a rookie face, so I mean, makes sense. Fields, 1st and 10. He's going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to take off. And he's going to gain 20, 30, 40. He might go all the way. Justin Fields. What a run. That man is earning himself a max contract. Man just went all the way. Outran all of the secondary. Beautiful. It's exactly what you like to see from your quarterback. Rushing, he had 91 yards on the day. Finally broke free. What a play. As the Jaguars will upset the Steelers. Did everyone doubt him? Where did he go? He went from the Bears. So I think the Rams played a season there, was decent. But here in Jacksonville, they're doing pretty nice. As Steelers' playoff hopes are dwindling. Look like you today. Andre, you play volleyball. So I don't really get the analogy. But regardless, we got New England versus Chicago. And well, New England avoided elimination last week. Will not be eliminated this week unless they lose this game. If they lose, they're out. But if they win, they stay alive for yet another week. New England up 10 on the Bears. Oh, you had 4 catches and 200 yards and 2 touchdowns today? I mean, that's just not Justin Fields, but okay. My point still stands. You don't play quarterback. Bears almost mount a comeback, but the Patriots hold on and get their 3rd win on the season. Look to make a miracle run towards the playoffs. Yes, Andre, you could be a multi-sport guy, but again, you are not Justin Fields. Thank you, Axel. Much appreciated. If you have any free time that you want to dedicate to going back to previous weeks and putting in those, that would be appreciated. As the Patriots with a nice little win here, as we head to Cincinnati, where Natty will be playing the Texans, and if the Texans lose this game, they're getting pretty dangerously close to eliminated from the playoffs. Okay, so Andre, you're comparing yourself with a sport you don't play, a position you don't play in the sport that you for some reason do play, and also you're just comparing it to like you running away from the defense. You literally could just say you ran fast. Like, you could have said anything with like anybody running fast. but okay. Here we go. Houston first on the board. Remember, they drafted Grant Beckham this last draft, and he has not been the answer that they've been looking for. They need some defense, in my professional opinion. But in my professional opinion, they need a running back too, because Blake Corum might give the Texans a chance to upset here, which would be huge. Blake, the handoff, and he's going to go up and gain 3, bringing in what in the haircut is 46 having. A 19-yard field goal will be a gimme for the Texans and Matt Carpenter. I did football 1 with your cousin. I throw the ball to your cousin. Starlord sounds fun. Maybe you should be a quarterback in the NFL. That's a joke. And the Bengals will now have a little under 90 seconds as they are going to be taken down at the 20. Feel like the Madden Sim is back? I know, the Madden Sim is back. It's, oh my goodness, the Madden Sim is not back. Yeah, that's the Troy Polamalu cut. 100%, 100%. It's okay, dog. It's okay. Lay down. Burrow, the throw deep, swatted. What a play.
Here we go.
And that'll be caught, but it'll be inches.
Gotta go.
Great tackle there from Toto. It's okay. Burrow, the no huddle, the screen pass to Jamar Chase. It'll be a first down. They only have 1 timeout, so that clock is ticking. Burrow, again opening up over the middle. And that's going to be complete to Tyler Boyd up to the 27.
We're good.
Maybe have a shot for 1 more play, and they're going to use the timeout. Not going to risk it. Actually, Burrow is not the highest paid NFL player anymore. I can't remember who it went to. It was a quarterback. Highest paid quarterback might actually be Desmond Ridder. I think. He got like a supermax after winning a Super Bowl from the Falcons. No, never mind. He left. It wasn't Desmond Ridder. And the Bengals going to tie this one up. Little puts it through. Excellent. I'm talking about the Madden Sim. There was somebody we gave like a supermax. It wasn't Tua. Tua was last cycle. He was the most expensive. Yeah, you're talking real life. I'm talking sim. Who did we give the supermax to? Is it Josh Allen? Or it might actually be Joe Burrow in the sim too. And the Texans going to get ball first. This is joyous news to anybody in the AFC, except for the Jaguars. And even might actually be for the Jaguars, because honestly the Texans are going to lose at least 1 game the rest of the season. As 13 going to bring it out to the 21. Grant Beckham. Actually, it could be Lawrence. Lawrence got a pretty big contract. Beckham looking, going to take a shot as that is an early breakup. 23 on the defense. Who's that, Hill? Beckham really has no weapons here in Texas. And there's the throw. Another drop for his awful wide receivers. Wide receiver number 1 is literally Stewart. And next is Nico Collins, who has not developed at all. Here's the crossbody pass as he's going to be broken down to the 6. And the Texans will maybe take off a little bit of clock. Not even a minute. Daxton Hill was on that big tackle, who's actually devved up. I feel like I should have known that name. But I do now, as that's going to be a fair catch at the 29, as everybody who's trying to make a playoff spot in the AFC looking a little nervous. Chiefs, Raiders looking on with much chagrin. Dog, you want your head up? There you go. You can kind of see his head. And that is a huge run from 25. Hey, buddy. Say hello to the camera. Hello. Oh. Hi. I don't know where you want to put your head. Do you want to lay it there? All right. Tie game here in overtime. Handoff. Eaten up. Rashad White brought down quick. Gotta go eat. You hate this, Andre? That sucks. Multitask, maybe. Alright, Burrow. The slant. Taken down. Only a pickup of a couple. Yeah, he's getting a little bit anxious. Do you want to sit on the bed? Yeah. Alright, we can take you to the bed. I got you. There you go. Good boy. Oh, dog. What you doing? It's okay. He wanted to sit on the bed. Alright, 1st and 10. Burrow. The throw. And that'll be into field goal range. Good boy. I think he probably got hot. My family needs to sit at the darn table for no apparent reason. Well, I think family time is important. But also, so is Madden. Your parents should join the Madden sim. Wouldn't be the first time we've had somebody's parent join the Madden sim. The dog just won't stop itching his ears. So we got that to put on it so he'd stop bleeding. And getting ear infections. Actually, I'd love to go to the pool today, but it's a little cold outside. Alright, 4th and 5 for the Bengals. And they're going to go for it. I think they're in field goal range, but okay. Axel, that's literally me most of the time. Actually, not actually, yeah, probably Roblox. I was in the 4 blocks a ton. Burrow actually gets it completed. What a pass and catch for Burrow. Literally after being put on the trade block, along with Jamar Chase, it looks like Jamar Chase really doesn't want to be doing a whole lot here in Cincy. Probably unhappy. As Joe Burrow trying to get this team in the playoffs, and that is swatted down by 22. Should have probably gone for the pick. James, but no avail. Still tied up. Clock ain't rolling. What a rusher. As Thomas gets there for a great tackle and a 4-yard loss. That will keep the clock rolling. Another sack here could take the Bengals out of field goal range, but a dart from Burrow will take the lead. What a pass. Burrow will beat Grant Beckham in a closer one than was expected. Bengals will add their 7th win on to today. And I believe this is the last week of bye weeks as well, as the Bengals will play the Broncos next week. And actually, that moves the Bengals up to 8-5. My bad. Yeah, that... Goodness, I'm stupid. Alright, let's head to Detroit versus the Packers. This one we don't really expect to be close, but the records are close, so I guess it could be. Both these teams vying for that last seed in the playoffs, currently held by the Cardinals. But it could go to the Lions if everything goes their way today, as they could jump the Giants and Cardinals. But the Packers, also not too far behind, sitting at that 12 spot. Lions start off on the board with 7. And now 14 going into halftime. Now 21. Lions will not put off the gas pedal. Emmanuel Mosley with a pick. And that'll be a 25-point victory for Kyler Murray, as the Lions looking for another playoff position. Not too shabby. As we will now have our prime time game that everybody in the AFC who actually wants to make the playoffs is probably watching. Eagles hosting the Cardinals. Yeah, I need to catch up to my team. More is important for me are the Raiders to get this winter game today. Yes, it is important for you. Lamar with a breakout. Greg Rousseau is the upgrade. Now Lamar, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Devontae Smith have been everything the Eagles could have wanted this season. Albert Okwuegbunam with one of the best single catches ever. Yes, NFC. I meant NFC. Sometimes I'm stupid. Anyways, here we go. We got Keontae, the stash, versus Lamar, the MVP Jackson. He's on another route to give himself another MVP this season, as they are up 23-14 on the Cardinals in the third quarter. Make that a 17, now 10-point lead. Cardinals need to figure out a stop on defense. They finally do, but get stopped themselves, as that is going to be a 6-point win. Nanya, the Bears did play. It's Keontae with a great game, don't get me wrong. But as a quarterback, you can't throw 3 picks in a game. Roquan, Kele, and Trayvon Diggs all picking up an int to help the Eagles win today. What's up, Hala Madrid? Eagles with a bounce back win here. And we will head to Tampa, where Tampa needs to start winning some games if they want to be in the playoffs. They're sitting so far out of it. Oh, the Bears are so far out of the playoffs right now. The Bears are sitting at the 11th seed, and they lost today. They're 5-8. They are probably not making it. Well, Axel, the defense, I mean, yeah. There are very few defenses that can contain Lamar Jackson. Anyways, Vikings looking to maybe claim that 1 seed, but they will pretty much have to win out and pray that somebody can beat the Cowboys. Or actually 2 people can beat the Cowboys because they don't have the tiebreaker. The Vikings going to start off this game with 7. And they're going to start off with 21 straight unanswered. Are we going to have a shutout? No. But we are going to have a Minnesota Vikings win, as it is over. A 31-20 win for Caleb Williams, putting up 240. As we will have the Giants up next. Jamel Dean, upgraded Buccaneers. You're falling fast. Granted, only like 2 games behind the Panthers, but you might want to start winning some games. Like the Giants for some reason. We don't know how the Giants are good this year. They got Tua, and apparently that just seems to be the solution. Except for the Broncos. Giants, 2 games above 500 with a game against the worst NFC team, 49ers, playing for potential no elimination. Actually, if they lose this game, they are indeed eliminated. No, they're not, because the Cardinals lost. Yes, if they lose, they're eliminated. My bad. I did a little double check and didn't carry the 1. And the Niners actually ahead here now, tied in the 4th. Giants take a lead and a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk from Josh Allen. I really want to make a play again in the playoffs again. It was good. Well, you will have an opportunity potentially if you can start winning some games, as that is a great defensive play from 16. Melton. Here we go. Giants down 4. Tua, the throw completed. That'll be a pickup of 4. No team wants to be eliminated right now except for the Colts. And Tua gonna take a firing down the field, incomplete. 4th and 6. It'll probably go for it because otherwise it's game. They don't have enough timeouts to get a stop. And Tua. Here's the throw. Toast inbounds by 80. What a catch. Jalen Waddle tiptoeing inbounds on the heels. Put the Niners back on their heels. As the Giants looking to eliminate the Niners, as that one will be dropped in a horrible fashion. You hate to see it. Styles playing some crucial minutes for the Niners in their lasting hopes of this season. And Styles, we were kind of hoping that Styles was going to get a little bit more playing time. But they picked up Hufanga and Brown. But he's playing slot corner, I think. And that'll be brought down. Really, the reason they suck is their wide receiver depth. They have Brandon Ayuk, and that is it. They have no tight end and very little O-line. Granted, they lost that all. But Tua, 4th and 10, picked it up. Jalen Waddle. He's coming in clutch here in these last moments for the Giants. Wow. And Tua finding another wide open wide receiver, picking up to the 15. Sonny Styles, you are correct, that is his name. Was that Adonai Mitchell? I think that was Adonai Mitchell on that catch. Tua scrambling, throwing incomplete. Giants need a touchdown. They just need to find a way to punch it in. Yes, that was Adonai Mitchell. Paris Campbell is... I think I changed Paris Campbell to be down. I don't know. Anyway, there's the throw. Wide open. Does he get his toes in? They're going to say yes. What a catch by Adonai. And the Giants going to upset the Niners and send the Niners into the lottery. Honestly, if the Niners do get the number 1 overall pick, who do they take? Do they take a defensive player to buff up their defense? Or do they go take a wide receiver? Because they got Leggetti, and he's okay. But Ronnie Bell is not a good wide receiver 3. Josh Allen, season on the line, throwing, and in typical Niner fashion this season, they're going home. Honestly, I think Josh Allen needs a crazy tight end with pick number 1. I don't think there is a pick number 1 that could save them. But it would be nice to see them do better than they are currently. And now we got our prime time game, our last prime time game of today. Our game of the week will be happening later. as the Raiders are due for a win, sitting at 500 if they do in the primetime records. And actually might be pretty close to 500 on the season. Actually, they'll be 500 if they lose this game. No, Star-Lord, you are not almost coming up. You are up now. Chiefs on a bye week. They tied with the Chiefs last week. Dameon Pierce gets upgraded. This is an important game for the Raiders, trying to put themselves back in playoffs. Because if they win, they could potentially pass the Chiefs and Chargers if the Chargers lose the Broncos later. You're back for a bit. Andre, W. Let's get draft stuff after. I'm going to get draft stuff after. I need you to record it whenever you are free and available if you do end up having to leave. And thank you very much. Bills, Raiders in the black hole. Raiders got to match the Bills' first 7 and add on 3. As the Bills are going to match that tied up at halftime. Raiders with a 7 and Bo Nix. And AK-12 puts it right back on the back burner as Bo Nix needing a touchdown to take the lead down 3. As this game looks to be pretty good. 3rd and 3. Bo. The throw to 39. Dameon Pierce gets it out of bounds. Bo Nix has only thrown the ball 12 times today. It has been a Pierce showdown. 150 passing yards on the day for Nix, and that's all they've needed. Bo throwing deep. What a comeback route to McCall Hardman Jr. Down to the 1-yard line. Bo Nix, can you punch it in with Pierce? Hall. Breece Hall. My bad. Here's the handoff as that is a touchdown, Raiders. I know that's Breece Hall. That's my bad. I saw Dameon Pierce get an upgrade, and he's 87 overall. I just kind of assumed he was starting. And the Raiders going to take a 4-point lead, a 75-yard drive in under a minute 45. But under minute 45, actually, the Bills have a minute 48 to do the exact same thing. Who can do it better? Bills running it out, and they're going to get up to the 32. Raiders special teams might need some help. Probably should look to the draft for that one. Is AK-12. You can see his guns on that right arm. Pierce just scored. Yep. AK-12. Here's the throw wide open. Up to Knox. Kirkpatrick only 6 incompletions today. 18 for 24. And I believe he has 2 touchdowns. All the live long day as the Raiders are in prevent. AK-12 to the end zone, incomplete. What defense by 36 and Bishop. Bishop has been a crazy pickup for the Raiders on this defense. As the Raiders are going to get to... Oh my goodness, what a juke to get it to A.J. Brown to pick up 9. 3rd and 1 with 60 seconds on the clock. And the quick check down pass to Gabe Davis. Going to get him down to the 30. Raiders need this. Bills trying to lock in their division. And they're going to stop him. And they're going to rule him inbounds? They're going to rule him out of bounds. They're going to give him forward progress. That is insane. The refs are against the Raiders. Alexander getting rushed. Can he outrun him? No, he's going to outrun him, and that's intentional grounding. What in the world? They're going to rule that it got to the line of scrimmage. He was out of the pocket, and he was targeting a wide receiver. Alexander, the throw completed. What a pass. The Bills could take a 3-point lead right here with that extra point, and they will. 69 yards in a minute 16. Bad calls, 100%, Axel. 100%. 100%. Raiders have 26 seconds on the clock, and they have to go 80 yards to win the game. But they could tie it and send it to overtime for a potential overtime thriller between these two teams. Bo Nix finds the completion, and that'll be their first timeout. A good pickup. Keep in mind they do not have Daniel Carlson, so Bo Nix has to get him pretty close. Bo Nix stepping into the throw, and what a catch on the sideline by McCole Hardman. Down to the 23, as this will be booth reviewed. Of course, the refs are bringing out their whistles here. And, oh my goodness, I don't know, is he in? What a catch! He's in! That is in! I didn't realize how crazy that angle was. He's 100% in, no denying it. Bo Nix with the throw, McCole Hardman on the catch. As 37 gonna gain a yard. Raiders, what a throw. This might be game of the year right here as the Bills take a 2-yard loss. Timeout, Raiders. Please don't sell that. What a one-handed catch from McCole Hardman from Bo Nix. As the Raiders with a 40-yard field goal to tie the game and send it to OT. Man. Can you put it straight through the upright? I believe this is Cade York. He has been known to sell in these situations, but a 40-yard field goal should be a gimme. The kick is up and good. He puts it through, and we're most likely heading to overtime. The Bills will get a chance to return it. And he actually made pretty good progress up to the 29. Almost got past that secondary. And that is end of regulation. And we're going to overtime, baby. This game is amazing. Bills, Raiders, let's see it. Man, if these two meet in the playoffs, bro, that would be crazy. Alright, no team has been able to get a stop on defense, but the Raiders gonna start with the ball. And here's the run out for the Raiders as they're gonna get to the 20. Raiders sitting at that 10 spot. With a win here, they could pass a bunch of teams. Here's the handoff. And a little bit of a pushy. Breece Hall picks up 8. Stuntsman on the tackle. I believe Stuntsman was a rookie 2 years ago. Nix the throw. What a catch. No, dropped by Renfro. Renfro literally looks like a tight end. Third and 2. Here's the throw. Incomplete. 4th and 2. Oh my goodness. Mayo, this is not a Jacksonville versus Pittsburgh knockoff game. In your game, your teams sucked and couldn't score. In this game, they have scored a ton. As what a solo tackle there for the Raiders. As the Bills now get an opportunity. And here's Dalvin. Is that Dalvin Cook? No, that's James Cook. My bad. Star-Lord, it is tied at the moment. But the Bills have an opportunity. And Alexander firing incomplete. Gabe Davis gets popped as 28 with a nice little shimmy. Everett on the defense. AK-12 handoff to Fours. That's going to be a first down and a pickup of a ton. They were not expecting the run there. Whoops, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Don't explode yourself, Star-Lord. That's not a good idea. And here's the handoff. And there will be a flag. There is flags in this game. Holding on the offense. That'll bring them back a ton. That'll be 1st and 19. As the Raiders catch a big break right there. And another run. Going to be stuffed 2nd and 18. James Cook couldn't get much on that one. Kirkpatrick trying to talk with the sideline, trying to figure out what plays they need to call to pick up these 18 yards. AxelWWW.com. As Alexander going to pick up a couple again to James Cook. But 3rd and 15, 38. You know you just caused the Bills to have to pass. Andre, you coming back or something? I don't know. Free blitzer screen pass. And they're going to bring him down 4th and 14. Everett on the tackle as we zoom in on his crotch. Dawson Knox. And now the Bills going to punt to the Raiders. They have blockers. And they have a rusher down at the 32. Under 2 minutes. Raiders have 2 timeouts. Bo Nix, we need you to do something here. They only need a field goal. But run plays aren't going to cause much havoc. The Bills defense and Raiders defense has been locking down the run. Taylor Rapp on the defense. The rushing yards have barely been over 100 today, as the passing yards have been double that. And for some reason, they keep going back to the run as Hall. Going to pick up a nice little 1st down. Gabe Davis getting nervous on the bench as he's got no opportunity to stop the Raiders here. Calling Chicago from the shotgun. Bo Nix. Slanter at the 40, getting up to the 39, 83 with a great little catch there. Golden. Been a golden boy here for Las Vegas. He got a dev upgrade opportunity, we believe. Last week didn't get it. As Bo Nix with the pass to Hunter Renfrow. And they're immediately going to call timeout and go for the field goal. Smart plays for the Raiders. Smart plays. As the Raiders going to win this close one in overtime. Less than a minute left before they tie. Hunter Renfrow with a great catch and a 20-yard field goal for the Raiders to win this game. And if they don't get it, they have an opportunity to win it on the safety. And the kick is up and good. What a kick and what a game. Game of the Year nominations, please. Sheesh. Raiders literally did go screw you refs. All right. Jets, Dolphins in a divisional where if the Dolphins win, the Bills will clinch even with that loss. Bills had an opportunity there, missed it. Here we go. Jets first on the board. Jets, it's crazy to say that they could still make playoffs, but they could. With an L here, they'd not be likely, but the Dolphins only putting up 10 so far this game. And the Jets not ready to go home. Luther Burden with a touchdown, and the Dolphins made it respectable, but Dolphins going to add their 10th loss on the season, as they will be facing elimination very shortly. They just need the Steelers. Actually, if the Chargers win, that helps a lot of people be eliminated next week. We just need teams with 8 wins, and that is the magic number. Dolphins with another loss as we head to our game of the week. We'll feature one of our greatest rivalries in the Madden sim ever. The Broncos hosting the Chargers. Trying to run? What do you mean, lock it? Broncos with a win will win their division and gain themselves at least one game with home field advantage. Chargers sitting at that 6th spot, wanting to maybe make it so the Broncos don't win their division. And the Chargers are the team to do so, as the Broncos only score 3 on their first 2 drives, as the Chargers are going to take a 14-10 lead at halftime. Broncos get nothing on their first drive in the second half, and they are down 1 in the 4th. Now up 14, it's Colby Barnharder in the burn of the Chargers in the 4th quarter, as Colby puts up almost 300 yards and 1 interception. Please tell me that was PS2. It was PS2. We love to see that. Star-Lord Savior screaming for later games, because although this might be the game of the year, you still need some more wins. That'll be a great tiebreaker game too, as the Broncos are the first team with 12 wins this season. And I called it last week. I said games to watch out for. Rams hosting Cowboys. The records don't look similar, but I have a feeling that this game could potentially cause some problems. The Rams, hot opponent, playing spoiler, under siege, with 24 players ready to leave if they don't win this game. This is a must-win game for the Rams. With a win, they will pass the Bears, the Bucks, the Commanders. I think they lost today. No, I think the Commanders actually won. I can't remember. But this is an important game. Bijan coming off a 107-yard game. The Rams need to find some momentum. Adrian Slater, this is your opportunity. As the Cowboys up 14-7 going into halftime. Cowboys struggled on offense last week. This week they already have double their points from last week. Rams get something going in the 4th. Uh-oh. 3rd and 8, 4th and 1. Force a punt, baby. I knew it was going to be close. We knew her. Minute 20 left. Adrian Slater firing, completed for a pickup of 7. That was Puka Nakua, I believe. 2nd and 3, under a minute left. Rams have no timeouts. Micah Parsons sacking him. His 5th sack today. How are you losing this game? Dallas has 11 sacks. This has to be a record. How is Adrian taking 11 sacks? There is no way. 4th and 17. 11 sacks. And Mike has 5. Adrian, incomplete. Oh my goodness. This was a stat patter for the Cowboys. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, similar stats from both the quarterbacks, but sack-wise, Micah with 5, Chris Jones with 4, Alex and Dallas with 1 each. That is wild. We thought that the offense was going to carry this defense, but no, it's the other way around. That defense needs somebody to carry them. I mean, that offense needs somebody to carry them, and that happens to be the defense. Holy Toledo. Cowboys now the second team with 12 wins. Micah Parsons now leads the league in sacks after picking up 5 in that game alone. Goodness freaking gracious. Whew. I should have got some water. If you had to pick a superpower, which one would you take? Between what? Alright, Sunday night, Falcons hosting the Saints as the Falcons and Saints are the 14 and 15 seed. Looking at potentially being eliminated, you might want to consider winning some of these games. Mine would be luck manipulation. What the heck? Goodness gracious. I mean, luck manipulation. Bro, that is crazy. So we can eat more food. That is the most wild, out of nowhere, out of pocket thing we've ever heard Mayo say. As Devin Leary with the better game, but Dak coming out on top. Nobody cared about that game, let's be honest. Manipulation, okay. I mean, that would be pretty good. After this week, we got 4 games left as we will head to Cleveland. But if you're fast, I don't know, you don't need luck. Malik Neighbors almost at 90 overall. All right, Cleveland, Monday night. What do you mean condiment? Dang. All right. I just got a notification. Oh, Clash of Clans. All right, Panthers up 14-0 on the Browns. Uh-oh, Malik Neighbors. And the Browns take a lead, and the Panthers are going to go scoreless in the entirety of the second half. Goodness gracious. Yeah, you can pretty much do anything, I guess. It just doesn't seem like luck manipulation really is a thing. Luffy? No. You don't have a quarterback. You're not going to win much. All right, there are your final scores for this week. Let's head to Denver and see who has clinched the playoffs. I believe we're going to have about 5 teams clinch. No, we do not want to quit. All right, force advance. Tom Grassi and Juicy John just went live. I don't know, Damien Snow. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But anyway, let's go take a look at the playoff picture. Before we start, we got Broncos up top, Raiders in the playoffs, now Bengals in the playoffs, Ravens at the 5, Bills, actually the Jaguars pass, and this stays unchanged. Welcome to the NFC, where only a certain amount of teams are good. Games to watch out for next week, Broncos, Bengals will be fire, Seahawks, Vikings, Steelers, Ravens, Lions, Bills. Phew, that's just the right side. Then we got Giants, Cardinals,
which will also be good. Dallas, Jacksonville. We got a ton of fire games. Let's see who clinched the playoffs. The Broncos, actually, the only team to clinch the playoffs, and they will clinch it by their actually, the Jaguars, too. Browns, Bills, and Ravens all still waiting. Jaguars clinch. Bills, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, Steelers, Jets, Dolphins, Texans, Patriots, Colts, and Titans. NFC, Cowboys have clinched 12-1. Vikings literally one game behind. And actually, I think next week it's possible that both of these teams do clinch, even though they are playing each other. Eagles, Giants, Cardinals, Lions, Commanders, Panthers, Bucks, Saints, Bears, Packers, Rams, Falcons, and Niners. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Hope to see you guys all in the next stream, where we will see you guys